You were, Tisha? Yeah, I heard it was not pleasant. I heard it wasn't pleasant. Okay, guys. All right, so we are here. We've got 204 on. Okay, you guys, this is what our Zoom should look like every single week. I don't know why they don't, but they don't. All right, so I don't want to make this an hour-long thing. I don't want to like keep your guys' time all night because I know you're busy people. And the bottom line is I wanted to do a quick little recap, and then I want to talk about the assignment that I'm about to give you so that you guys are going into it doing it correctly. And then a couple other things, and then take any questions. And we'll be quick about it. So, up to this point, you guys, the whole point of this contest challenge was to teach you guys how to build your market, because honestly, that's where 99% of you that are actually engaged with Le-Vel, you get on the Zooms, you want this to happen, you're putting time into your business. It's where most of you are falling short. It's because you're not growing your network correctly in the right places. You're not adding enough people. You're not talking to enough people. And most of you are working still. Like, you don't have the luxury of just sitting home doing this full time yet. So, or you're full-time moms at home and you don't have time to just sit on your phone all day. And totally get it. I've been there and I know what it was like working, 70, 80 hours a week and trying to build a business at the same time. So I totally get it. But with that said, the thing is that the very little time that you do have, you've got to be working in the right places. And the whole point in this 25-day challenge, and we've got 15 days left, is to teach you guys what you should be doing with your time, where you should be working, how to find the people, get them added, build the relationships. Because if you can do that, you're going to start seeing your business take off. Period. End of story. Now, for some of you, it's not going to happen immediately because you just started adding to your network. Up until this point, most of you, mostly thrivers, have been seeing your things. I mean, just by getting a quarter of the way through the alphabet, you guys have seen, and not even a quarter, you guys have seen already a difference in how many people you've forgotten about, how many people you didn't even know were friends with, how many people, it's just like, whoa, crazy. I have all these prospects that I already even have. I don't even have to add anybody, and I have prospects. They're just not seeing my things, and I'm not seeing their things. And trust me, if you weren't seeing any of their stuff, they were not seeing yours. So with that said, that's the point in this, because I know if I can get you guys the right tools and to know what to do after this is over, that from that point on, if you consistently keep doing the things you need to be doing, what's going to happen? Your business is going to grow, guys. It's going to keep growing. Hold on, let me mute some people out that are unmuted. For some reason, I can't mute you out, Courtney Johnson. So just don't talk. Be quiet. So that's where we're at. That's the point. And, I've seen some of you where I've made posts say, I'm not seeing any differences. If you're not seeing any differences in your interaction on Facebook or in your stories, it's most likely because you just don't have a lot of Facebook friends yet. If you're not seeing any differences, then I'm wondering kind of what you're doing, because I would say 99% of you have absolutely said you're seeing differences. With that said, one of the reasons, there was somebody that I was looking through, they had posted they weren't seeing any differences. So I went to their timeline and their page was super salesy. So it's probably why they're not seeing much of a difference, because most of their posts were Le-Vel posts and they were quite salesy. And if I was a prospect, even if I saw the post, which people are seeing it, trust me, if you're going to their page and interacting with them and commenting on their stuff, they're seeing it. They're just not commenting on it because nobody wants to be approached or sold, right? Like, nobody wants that. Nobody wants to spend money. Nobody wants to be approached by anything. No one wants to feel sold. So they're certainly not going to comment on posts that look salesy. So look at your post too, because it could absolutely be that. With that said, what we've done so far is we have taught you guys that you're making a list at this point, okay? Now, what I want you guys to do, and this is going to be one of your challenges for tomorrow, is I need you to make a top 20 list, okay? For the letters you've done so far, or the people that you've added from groups. Maybe you added somebody from a group and you've really had good conversation going. okay? Because those names need to be going on your list. Whether it's a separate list, you know, these are my group people list, or whether you're adding them into your A, B, C's, D's, whatever, but they need to be going on a piece of paper once they send your friend request, because that's another prospect for you. I want you to make a top 20, okay? What that top 20 is, are the top 20 people that you want to work the most on over the next month. Meaning every day you are going to go to their Facebook page and check it out and see if there's anything that strikes you that you want to comment, like, heart, whatever. The conversation started going further in Messenger. Maybe it started out with you just messaging saying, you know, oh my gosh, I saw your post and that really resonated with me. Tell me why you posted it, or I don't know, whatever it was. Keep the conversation going in Messenger. You can keep a conversation going a long time, right? It's called building a relationship. So I want you guys to pick like 20 people that you think, man, okay, they don't have really any other mutual friends with me. That's a good thing. That means they don't know anyone I know. They don't know any Thrivers, maybe. They seem to have quite a bit of good interaction on their posts when they post on Facebook. They have been friendly in Messenger and in chat. And based off their posts, I just think they would make a great promoter, or I think they might need our products at some point. I'm going to write them down as one of my people. And you can actually make 10 of those people a see first, meaning anytime they post something, Facebook is going to notify you, like, this person, see first, I'm going to see their stuff first. Okay, I want you to get a list, because here's the deal. If you guys go and you're going through your alphabet, and by the time you get done, plus you're adding people from groups, you could have 500 names down. You could have 1,000 names down. I don't know, but you're going to have a lot of names down. Now, it isn't feasible for you to get up every single day and go, okay, I'll start with my A's. And then 3 hours later, you finally got through your 500 names going to their Facebook page. Plus, that's not going to do, it's not going to be great for your algorithm, because that's just too many. So we've got to narrow in and get down on a focus. And I'm not saying don't go interact. So I'll give you an example. I've got my top 20 list that I'm working on right now. These are people that I connect with, I would say daily, if not every other day. Okay, I'm really working on them. We're building a relationship. I just have a lot in common with them. They fit all the criteria I'm looking for a team member or a customer, and they're on my top 20. Those are the 20 people every day without fail, or every other day. I'm going to go to their page, connect, get in their inbox if I can, right? All right, and I don't want to be a stalker, right? I like to go to their stories, because stories, anytime you send a message from stories, it goes straight to the inbox. And that looks less like you're, you know, it's just you're commenting on their stories. You like their life. You like complimenting them, and you like, you know, finding out about what they're doing. And people love that. So that's my 20. But then every day on top of my 20, I initially will take out my A, B, C's, and D's, and I'll say, okay, I'm going to touch base with 30 of these today, whatever it is for you. I work home full time, so I can do 30. Maybe you're only 10. And then the next day, I'm going to go to these 10. And I'm going to go to the next 10. And then the next day, the next 10. And then the next day, the next 10, right? And what I'm going to do while I'm doing this is I'm going to scope out the things I'm looking for, because I might want to add them to my top 20 list. Maybe my top 20 list is going to be a top 25 list, or top 30. Like, I'm going to kind of go, okay, I want to connect with this person. I want them to see my stuff, but I'm not really seeing anything as of right now that I want to put them in my top 20, 30 list, whatever. So, you know, just comment, like, heart. If you see something that sticks out, get in their inbox always. If you can do that, great. And then I go to the next day and the next day. And by the end of the week, I've been through my list of prospects, and I start over again the next week. And as people start to stick out with me, they move to my hot list. Okay. So I just want to show you guys what I'm doing, because I've had a lot of questions like, Lisa, once I get 5,000 names on a sheet of paper, I can't reach out to 5,000 people a day. And you're not supposed to. You're going to slowly start to move your top 20 list to an actual Lavelle prospect. Okay. To an actual Lavelle prospect. Can you help me here? Let me mute everybody out again. I'll try. Here we go. Can you guys hear me? I'm having people say I'm cutting out. Am I cutting out? Okay. So with that said, you know, you're going to be leaving. People are going to be leaving that top 20 list, right? They're going to be leaving the top 20 list to now go to your prospect list. What's your prospect list? People that you've talked Thrive to. Maybe they asked you a question. Hey, I saw that post on your timeline. Can you tell me more about it? Boom, they right now go to your prospect list. They just moved up your top 20 list. They are now a prospect, okay, that you are either going to convert to a customer, a promoter, or they're just going to be on your prospect list for when Lavelle comes out with specials, promos. They're going to be one of the people you message and say, hey, girl, I know you asked me about Lavelle a couple of weeks ago. They just came out with a new special. I just want to share it with you. Let me know if you want to take advantage, right? They're now a prospect that, yes, you want to continue building the relationship, but Thrive came up, okay? So the goal is moving people from these lists, right? It's pretty, you just have to find the way that works best for you. And then once your top 20 list is dwindling, okay, now I need to dive into my ABCs, Ds, or the people I've been adding from groups and see who I can get added to my top 20 list. Who should I add to that list that I really want to be working on? Okay, give me a show of hands. This is making sense to everybody so far, okay? All right. And you can ask questions in a couple minutes, but I just want to make sure we're all on the same page, okay? You find what works for you. Nobody's expecting you to go through 5,000 names. At this point, what we're trying to do is make it so once you go through your A, B, C, Ds through Z, you don't ever have to do that again, because from this point on, you now have your list, and anyone new you're adding, you're writing their name down, right? There's going to be no need to go through. Now you're going to be doing Facebook cleanups all the time. You may friend request somebody from a group today that in 2 days you're like, I'm not meshing with this person, or I'm just seeing that they just not positive, or I just know they're never going to want to buy Lavelle. I unfriend. Like, you're constantly unfriending people, right? And you're constantly adding new. It's yes, is it a full-time job? Well, a full hour job or whatever. But if you were spending your time making sure that you're posting in your stories, right? Based off your 5 things, people want to see what makes you you. So when I go to your Facebook page, this is what I need to see. Oh, Lisa cares about domestic violence. Oh, Lisa loves inspiring. She has a lot of inspiring quotes. Lisa has 2 daughters. Oh, Lisa has 2 dogs that she's constantly talking about. Lisa travels a lot. Lisa does something, some kind of business that lets her travel. Oh, Lisa gets her car paid for. I wonder what does that. This is sprinkled, right? So when they scroll through, they realize Lavelle is a thing that makes me me, but they're seeing other things about me. They're making a determination that this person has a pretty cool life, and I want to see what else she's going to do. So if I'm posting in my stories and I'm posting on my timeline, then they're all going to, like, basically, they're going to start seeing those posts that are Lavelle posts but are never salesy. It's very rarely that I'm going to have you make a salesy post, which is what we're about to do tonight. And it's what I consider a salesy post, but still to me isn't really salesy. Okay, so as long as you're posting in your stories and you're being consistent, as long as you're posting on your timeline and being consistent, and as long as you are keeping up with adding people and connecting with people, and that's where you're spending your time. Every time you have 5 minutes free during the day, you're not scrolling through Facebook liking other Thrivers things, but every 5 minutes you have, you're actually going to people you don't know and interacting. And then you do your power pushes, guys. So you learn to power push. What is a power push? A power push is something you do 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after you make a post based around a Thrive post, because that's what you want to do. If I make a post tonight that says, loving this gel, I'm so glad I can sleep like a baby now. Man, I had tried everything before. This stuff rocks. On cloud 9. I'm going to sleep like I'm on cloud 9. Like, that's my post, right? I didn't say buy it. I didn't say purchase it. I didn't say I sell it. I just talked about something that's helped me. 30 minutes before I do that, I'm going to do a power push. I'm going to go to my top 20, and I'm going to make sure that I'm commenting. Am I only cutting out for one person? Okay, thank you, Tisha. Okay, so it's somebody else. Okay, so I'm going to go to my top 20, and then maybe some other people that I'm working on, maybe some new people I'm added from groups today, and I'm going to do a power push. I'm going to go to their Facebook page, like a thing, heart a thing, maybe even get in their inbox if I feel like it. And then after I make the post about Lavelle, I'm going to then do another power push, because I want that to pop up for anybody that's up that time. I want them to see it in their timeline. I want them to see that post and possibly go, I can't sleep right now, and she's about to sleep like a baby. So I do my power pushes. Okay. So you've learned that. You've learned what you're doing as far as your list goes. You've learned groups. Now, a group could go for a long time, but what I've noticed with groups is that once I get into a group, you guys, it's the same people interacting in that group, kind of like with our group page, right? So if you go to the Dream Team 2020 page, it's usually the same 100 people that are actively doing something in that group, right? It's the same thing when you get in one of these groups. Even though it says 5,000 people, you can exhaust a group rather quickly. So if you're noticing you're making posts and you're getting the same feedback and there's nobody new that you're adding, then it's probably time to not just leave that group. If you like the group, stay, but to now go add another group. You do not have to be in 5,000 groups, guys. You can actually get groups out of other people too. Like, what kind of groups are you in? And you can find new ones to get in. So if you're doing great in the group you're in, some of you could still be working the first post you made in that group, depending on what you posted. All right. You also learned about interactive posts. So the reason why you want to do interactive posts is because it's going to help you gauge where you are and who's seeing your stuff. Again, the 80-20 rule. If you go to make an interactive post once a week, I do interactive posts all the time, but once a week I do one specifically that I am going to kind of go look through after a day goes by to see if I'm at 80-20. If I'm not at 80-20, it means if I've got more thrivers commenting and liking that post, then that means I need to go interact more. It means I'm not working in the right area. It means I've been spending too much time scrolling through Facebook and not enough time on the people that I need to be putting my time into. So you're kind of doing like a little survey with yourself and kind of surveying your interactive posts to see, and make the interactive posts not about Lavelle or Thrive. Just like, what color are my nails? It can be anything, but do something each week to where you can get an interactive post going and see who's looking at that. Now, here's the thing. One of the other things you're going to do is go through your interactive post and you're going to see who commented on that. Because the people that commented on that aren't in Lavelle or Thrive, if they took the time to comment on that, I promise you they're seeing your other posts too. They're seeing your post about the rest you just took last night. They're seeing your post about your 3 steps that got your morning off to the best start. They're seeing it. So that's the thing too, is are they on my top 20 list? There may be somebody that's scoping me out, but they're too afraid to ask anything yet or say anything. So I pay attention to that. I kind of see, are they on my list? Or I might go, you know what? I'm going to make sure these people I'm really interacting with more because they're obviously seeing my stuff. That's a good thing. I want them to continue seeing it, all that goodness. Okay, so we've learned a lot in just a week, okay? But now I want to get into, and like I said, some of the things that we get into, guys, I want you to know you might not see anything this time. You've got to understand that most of you are just finally doing the right things. Like you've been kind of spinning your wheels and now you're finally doing the right things. Once you finally start doing the right thing, it could take 2, 5, 7 months for you to start seeing results, depending on how quickly you're adding and how quickly you're adding people and how quickly you're building the relationship. Every one of you is going to be different. But what I can tell you is that if you stay consistent and trust this, it will come. Now, some of you have kind of been doing the right thing, but now you're really doing the right thing. And because you've already been kind of doing the right thing, and you've been consistent with it, you're going to see things a lot sooner. So what I'm doing with the next 15 days that we have left is I'm going to be teaching you some things that you can do. However, you might not see any new customers and promoters yet because you just started getting consistent. But the reason I'm teaching them to you is so that after this challenge is over, you can now go back to this challenge and say, I'm going to start with day 1 and I'm going to do everything in here. And I'm going to make sure that I am doing the things that Lisa taught, okay? So for tomorrow's task, you are actually going to be making a post to try to get prospects, okay? You're gonna do a power push. Before you make this post that I'm about to tell you to make, you're gonna do a power push. 30, 45 minutes before you make the post, you are gonna try to go to your top 20 list, and you are gonna go to your list, as many people as you can, and just interact with non-thrivers. Then you're going to make the post, then you're going to do the same thing afterwards. Always a power push before a Lavelle post. Now here's your options. One of my favorites that I get the most comments on is I hold up a pack and nobody knows what's in it, and I say, I'm on my way to the mailbox. I'm about to mail out some of these energy packs to some friends. If you want one, drop your name below. Okay, could be something like that. It could be giveaway. I'm picking 2 winners. If you're looking for energy, mental clarity, and focus, if you're looking for better sleep, if you're looking for weight management, if you're looking one of these 5 names, post your name below to go into my drawing. I'll be picking a winner live tomorrow night. Okay. You are actually going to do a Lavelle post, something that isn't as salesy as the second one, or if you want to, you can do the giveaway one. Okay, let's do a giveaway. Or I'm on my way to the post office. I'm so excited. I'm about to put some of these in the mail, and I don't show really what it is, but you can if you want. You could hold up the 3 steps. I'm about to shove this pack in the mail, and I've got or show a bunch of them if you can, or grab a picture from someone else that has a bunch of happy packs, and you can say, on my way to the post office, anyone else want added to the list if you need more energy, mental clarity and focus, weight management, or aches and discomforts to go away or better sleep, drop your favorite emoji below so I can get one out to you too. Okay, so we're going to do a post, power push first, and we are going to see if any of your prospects want to know more about what this is. Okay, they want to get into your drawing. They need one of those things on your list, or they want one of those things mailed to them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you what to do after that. Okay, I'll talk about that tonight, but I'm going to teach you what to do with the people that say, I want one. Okay, and then we're all going to get into wording. It's going to start getting good and all of that. I would be highly surprised if you guys are really working your lists right and you do your power pushes that you don't get someone that says, I want one mailed to me, or someone that says, I want to be in the drawing. If you don't get one person, I would be vaguely shocked. Okay. All right. So with that said, Stacy Weisenberger has been helping me out a ton with this. And I appreciate her so much. Stacy, I think you got on, but I didn't check. Do you have anything to add to what we've been talking about so far?
Give me just 1 second so I can look semi-human. That would be amazing.
You don't even have to look human. We don't care.
Yeah, I mean, what do you...
Shower, so we're good.
Oh, take my headphones out too. Well, what are you thinking? Like, which way, which wise? Because everything that you said was amazing.
Well, am I leaving anything out? I feel like I'm excited because I know you and I are going to get into wording, and we're going to teach you how to do a 3-way, and it's going to be so good, guys. So we're going to teach you, like, after this is over, I'm excited because you're going to know exactly what to do when this isn't here. As long as you guys take notes, and I mean, I won't remove this group. You can come back and look through the things, but if you guys are doing what we're teaching, we're good. So Stacy, stay here with me. And anybody have questions? Okay, because I want to make sure that to where we are at this point, that you guys understand everything, that you guys are good to go, that you understand what's happening, that I don't care whether it's this, you feel like it's a silly question, or you don't be scared to ask it, ever. If it's silly, I'll be like, dude, it's been written out. I say that sometimes, so don't get mad at me. But sometimes we just had to listen to the video if we would have read it correctly then, or taken our time, because I know we're all in a hurry. Sometimes we miss little things, but is this post for tomorrow tonight? So Sarah,
something that you said.
What'd you say, Stace?
Those people that are saying, I'm not seeing any massive improvement in my engagement. Like, how many of that is you guys? Like, of you guys, would you say that? Are any of you guys not seeing anything that's improving? If that's the case, it can go one of 2 ways. Either you're not implementing things the exact same way that Lisa's teaching them, because we still saw lots and lots and lots of, would you rather choose Coke or Pepsi? And I'm sorry, that's a terrible example, but we're still seeing lots of that for interactives. Or perhaps it should be a compliment, and you already were nailing your 5 things. You already were doing a lot of the things. And so now it's just more tweaking things. You know what I mean? Like, I think that the majority of people that I've heard from that say, I don't know if I'm seeing anything new, they've been in longer. They're maybe at a higher rank. They've done this for a little bit longer. So don't allow yourself to get negged out at this point, because, when you're doing all of the things already, if these are things that you've already known, don't kick yourself. Don't kick yourself, because there's going to be new and different challenges. And if you hop on every Zoom that Lisa does, every training that she does, every assignment, if you do all the things, if you learn nothing new, you literally are like God of all of the land, because you can always learn something new. So try to implement different things. You know what I mean? I just know, like, especially with a couple of my girls, they're like, I don't know that I'm seeing anything. And I'm like, that's because you're already doing a lot of these things. You know what I mean? Give it time, be patient, and really focus on the areas that you weren't doing. If you were not getting your butt into groups, guys, I can't tell you how many comments I've seen like, well, groups are just not my thing. That's like saying this business is not my thing. You have to learn how to get comfortable and confident in groups. Today, I think 3 hours ago, I made a post. There's over 1,000 comments in a new group. Like, you just have to really focus. It doesn't take that much time. Lisa said,
and your post wasn't something that you got like 1,000 comments on. It was not a post that was ridiculously hard to think about.
Right.
Like, I think people overthink it too.
And that's what I was just going to say. Like, stop overthinking. You guys, we said that at the very, very beginning. Stop overthinking. Go with it. I don't ever sit around and like plan out what my interactives are going to be. I literally have a daycare child that's in the hospital today, trying to figure out what's going on with her. She's got some developmental delays and things like that. And she's behind on walking. So I took that into my mom's group and I said, hey, just, if you guys can remember correctly, tell me what age did your child walk at? You guys, 1,000 comments in like 3 hours. And then that starts conversations, because I don't stop there. Then I go back and say, wow, 8 months is really early. Like, did you work on that consistently? Or I say, 16 months, my son could walk at 12. He didn't care about walking until he was 16 months. And I start those conversations. As I post like that, you guys, and my name is better known in those groups, every single day I'm just getting friend requests. I don't even have to ask people. They just see me leading in that group. So if you're not working those, work those.
Right. I thought a lot about this. I saw somebody post, I'm having great interaction on my posts, but I'm having trouble with verbiage for 3-day minis. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When I do like I'm on my way to the mailbox, let me know if you want me to drop you one of these. I maybe do one of those a month, and I usually do it in my stories. Or if I'm going to do a giveaway, again, one a month. Like, you guys, I wouldn't be posting. If it's working for you, I guess do it. But I probably wouldn't post weekly about mini experiences. And if you are, I would definitely be cleaning it up on Sundays, because that can start really looking salesy. That's just my opinion, and Stacy might have a different opinion. But why I want to do tomorrow is because I do want to get you guys some prospects. I want you guys to see if anyone's interested, and even being able to learn how you can navigate this. Because if you do a giveaway, you guys, I would do it in your timeline, and I do it in your stories. Do it both places. Or if you're going to do a happy pack, I'm going to put this in the mail for somebody. I'm on my way to the mailbox. If you want one, yes or no, you could do a poll in your stories, or you can do it on your Facebook actual timeline as well. Whatever post you pick, though, what you guys are going to do is, even if you do a drawing, you're going to message everyone. So really go live and pick a winner. Like, do a spinny wheel, make it fun, pick a winner on Facebook, have people tune in. But all the people that did not win, all of those people are still going to get a message with an offer from you for a deal. They're all going to get, well, you weren't one of my winners, but if you'd still like to try this, normally I do this for 30, but I'll drop it to you for $10, or whatever you're comfortable with doing. So you are going to now see, out of all those people that wanted something free, let's say, you're going to now see how many of those people are serious. Like, I really want this. I'll pay $10. Okay, yeah, drop me one in the mail. And then some of the other ones you're going to see, oh, no, I'm good. Okay, that's fine. But you kind of know now to put them on that prospect list of people that have shown some interest in what you do. Like, they're kind of moving over. They're getting off that just, and here's the thing too, though, you can't move them to the prospect list of people that you talk to about Lavelle and Thrive and never talk to them again and build a relationship. Like, you've got to continue to build that relationship with people so they don't think, oh, now that Thrive's come up, that was the whole point in this. She's never, she was in my inbox asking about my kids, how I'm doing. And now all of a sudden that Thrive came up, I don't hear from her anymore. No, that's a prospect that needs to go on your list even more of, yup, they showed interest. That means they're not ready yet, but they are looking. They commented on this post. And it's just like the, let's say my favorite one to do is I'm on my way. I'm doing my weekly run to the post office. If you have one of these 5 things, let me know. I can drop you one in the mail. I'm going to message each one of those people and say, hey, girlfriend, I'm getting ready to go to the mailbox. It's just $10 for a sample. And I can send you my PayPal if you want one. I'll send that to each person. I charge. I'm not giving it away. Now I'll give it away if I do 1 or 2, depending on how many people, if I do a giveaway. But when I do my whole, on my way to the post office, if you want one, drop your name. I'm not giving that away for free, guys. I'm not, 500 people comment. I'm going to message those people, copy and paste. Hey girl, on my way. If you want one, it's $10. Just let me know. I'll send you over my PayPal, right? Now, if they're like, yeah, I want one, that's when I'm going to go into verbiage on, okay, awesome. But let me share with you really quick. I have a cool special for a month's supply. If you really want to see what this stuff is going to do, that's where you can start going into more things and verbiage and wording. So what I want you guys to do is make sure, this is how I want your posts to go, because I need time to help you guys figure out what to do with these. So with that said, if you're about to do the post about, I'm on my way to the post office, make it, I'm going to be going to the post office tomorrow. Okay. If you want one of these and you have one of the following things, drop your favorite emoji below, drop your name below, whatever you do. I want you to have some time to answer these people back so we can tell you what to do with them, because I don't want you having to do too much in one day so you guys don't get confused. And your giveaway post, make it, I'm going to do the drawing Thursday, or going to do the drawing Friday morning or Friday at 5. Give it some time, because tonight's is going to make the post. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a video on now what to do with these people in the different scenarios that you might have done to help you guys now figure out where they sit, sending things out, all of that good stuff. All right. Now, I know that probably was confusing to some of you, but it won't be. Once I get it worded and I explain it to you guys tonight, it won't be. And Stace, what do you think about, like, I don't have to do giveaway posts that much anymore, just because I've created so many relationships, guys, and I'm in so many people's inboxes that just my posts about rest help me sleep, or like this morning I posted about Blast, how it tastes like a very berry hibiscus from Starbucks, and I'm freaking in love. And I had 5 people message me that I'm building relationships with. They asked me about it. Like, I'm at the point now in my business, 30,000 followers later, 5,000 friends, where I don't necessarily have to make those businessy posts like giveaways or I'm on my way to the post office as much as someone else might need to. So Stace, what do you think the rule is? I mean, not that there is a rule, but how often, being a new person, would you be making a post like that?
So here's what I say. If it works, you keep doing them. That's the thing. Like, yeah. For me, so guys, I hustle my buns. I always try to be at the top of my PPA. I'm always trying to lead. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Contests and Happy Pack posts for me do 0. So like I see, and I'm just going to like throw some names out there. Like I'll see Rebecca Long post, like, hey, if I sent you 3 days of happy, would you try to give me your honest feedback? I have tried that post 350,000 times. I get 0. But I can post a straight, like, bam, this is what you need, fire combo, come and get it. And like people are like in my inbox knocking down my door, right? We all have different audiences. So if you are getting a response, then do them more often. If that's not what your audience wants to see, I've changed up the way I do. If you guys go to my page and you go on Labor Day, I do, and I create it myself. I don't copy anybody else's stuff. I created a 16 square, like a 9 square, like just pick the image of Labor Day that you connect with most. And you'll either win a mini experience or a $5 Amazon gift card. And I do that intentionally so that people don't feel like they're being duped into just being a Thrive follower. But then if I choose them as a winner and I've seen them interested before, I reach out and I'm smart about who I choose, guys. Let's be real, okay? I'm not choosing Joe Blow that's just out for the freebies. Like, I know my crowd. So I reach out and I'm like, I have 3 from this past week, you guys, on my to-do list every single day. I've got my updates right here. Natalie, Kathy, Jody, they all won, okay? I reach out and I'm like, hey girl, hey, congrats. Super excited for you. Did you want to go with the 3A mini experience or did you want to go with the $5 Amazon card? They always go, well, what's a mini experience? And they all choose that. First thing I say is shoot me your email, right? I explain what it's going to do, how it's going to work. I do not do those often, every couple months, right? But I allow people to have the illusion of choice. Like, nobody's ever chosen a $5 Amazon gift card, okay? They all choose the Happy Pack. They all become customers. The other thing I was going to say, Lisa, is how you said, guys, when you're doing this, if you've not been successful selling Happy Packs this way or getting rid of them or doing giveaways, as soon as people start commenting, 2 things. 1, don't respond. You look desperate. You need to appear busy, okay? You need to appear busy. 2, get word.
Yes. Oh my God.
Get wording from your mentor or your upline or somebody that you trust. Because what's happening is Joe Blow comments and it's literally 1 second. You write him like, hey Joe, you want to try Thrive? And Joe's like, dude, get off my ears, okay? I was trying to think of like a non-sassy way to say it. But then the other thing is how you said, you always work it in there. Guys, if you don't know how to do it, stop pretending that you do and just get the help until you do. You say the same 5 to 10 things over and over, right? So when somebody writes me and they're like, I'm interested in a mini, I'm like, awesome. First thing I need is your email. Second, all I need for you to do is decide, are you interested in a 3-day sampler, a 6-day, a 14, or a 30? That's it. I literally go straight for a close because then they're like, what? Our company has given me the option to do a 14-day pack. I can give some credits off that if I have them. So for me, they're choosing 3, 6, 14, or 30. And we just go from there. I never.
You know what I like that you said, Stace, and this is exactly why I brought you on. Exactly. Because you have to figure out, guys, look, we're just trying something tomorrow. It may work for you. It may not work for you, but we've got to start somewhere. And if you like Stacy's, I loved Stacy doing that, doing the choice between the $5 and do that post then. Figure out a post that we can pull people in that's a giveaway or I'm on my way to the post office one works for me every time. Every time if I say, pop into the post office tomorrow morning and I'm holding up this glittery package and saying, if you have one of these things, let me know. I'll drop you one in the mail too. I get it every time. That one works for me. So I use it every time. You guys, you're going to try some different things. Try Stacy's tomorrow. Try just doing a giveaway. Whatever you haven't tried before or you're comfortable with starting with. And then if that doesn't work, then try a different one next week. Like try a different one next month, whenever you feel comfortable. And I know, Stace, like I think you do what I do, but in polls, like in the stories, I will put like on my timeline, I might only do the whole I'm on my way to the post office once a month. But in my stories, I might do that once a week, twice a week. They disappear in 24 hours. And if somebody's just scrolling through and sees it, dude, you want one, yes or no? They click that poll button, yes. Those go right to my inbox. So you guys, we're just trying this. Now, am I guaranteeing you're going to get a bunch of people? No, but you know what? A lot of you guys that have already been on here speaking negative, saying, I never get anything. I'm watching you. I'll post it right now. By the way, with that wording, you're going to continue to never get anything. Seriously, we've got to just do a whole Zoom on the power of your words and what you're putting out there. But let's say you've done posts that me and Stacy are talking about like this before and nothing's come out of it. Let me ask you this. Did you just go through your A's, B's, C, D's, E's, F, and G's, and were you working in groups and adding new people and doing power pushes? Because if the answer is no, then how do you know this time it will not be different? Now that you are finally working in a market that isn't all Lavelle and people are seeing your stuff, how do you know this time it won't be different? You know, this business, guys, is trial and error. All I have done for 10 years is try something, it either works or doesn't, and I tweak it and try it again, and it either works or doesn't, or I switch it up completely. But there is no messing up. Do you guys get this? There is no, oh my God, I just made a post and it screwed everything up for the rest of my life. No, guess what? Things are hideable, removable, deletable, and You have a choice to not do things again. So don't overthink this. Do what seems comfortable to you. I just wanted to put out some choices, but literally what we're trying to do now is see, do we have anybody that's interested in Lavelle or Thrive and what it does? And the one tip I want to give is in your posts, I would be specific on what it does. Now that you have all these new people watching you, they know you do something, but they're probably not quite sure what it is or what it does. So in your post, I would include, if you have one of these 5 things, let me know and I can pop you one in the mail, or let me know and you can go into the drawing. Like, I probably would let them know this is what it does. However, I probably wouldn't say what it is. Like, I would be a little bit sneaky. A 3-day mini, no one knows what that is. But if you put a 3-day mini experience, it's called the Thrive Experience and it's from the company Lavelle, that is just way too much crap. Okay. Like, leave a little bit of, what is it? What's a 3-day mini? I know she said it might help me with my sleep or my aches and discomforts or my weight management. I'm in. Or pick a couple things that it does. If you need energy or sleep, dude, that's pretty broad spectrum. People usually need one of those 2 things. They either need more sleep or they need more energy. You could keep it simple if you want. Like I said, this isn't going to be the only post you've ever made moving forward. You're going to put these out there and try again another time, and we'll see what happens. What I want to kind of do right now is just gauge, is what we're doing so far working for some of you, and are these people seeing your stuff? Stacey, what, anything to add on top of that?
No, I think that's exactly it. Honestly, I mean, you got to try different things, you guys. There are posts that I make that sometimes they're failures, and I just delete them and they're gone. And then I do an interactive and I try again 5 hours later. Like, I can post the exact same post 3 weeks apart, and one time I'll sign 9 people from it, and the next time I won't even get 1 like on it. It's just trial and error, you guys. And as long as you have faith in the fan,
and don't worry about like words, right? Yeah, don't worry about what do I say now, okay? Because what I'm going to try to do tomorrow is, right now, I just want you to make the post and get the people. If you guys are on messaging these people the second that they post anyways, it looks like you are desperate. It looks like, oh my God, I got someone. Like, it's okay if they happen until you figure out what to say. Because that just, oh, sorry, I'm just getting to you. I had a ton of people respond. That's it. Even if it's not on your timeline, you could be like, oh my God, my stories went crazy today. I had so many respond. I'm sorry it took me forever to get to you. Like, whether that's true or not, just say it. I hate saying that, but it's not a lie. It's just more about, I was busy doing other things. It could have been that. So just definitely just let's get the post out there for tomorrow. Let's let people start commenting. Don't worry about what to say yet, okay? Because what I want to do is a video tomorrow about different scenarios and different things that you can say and how you can word it and all of that. So don't freak out. Tisha, I would not make it tonight. It's going to be tomorrow's challenge. I would pick a time tomorrow that works best for you. Hey, my dogs decide to fight right now. I would pick a time that, when does your social media seem to be better for you? Is it first thing in the morning? Is it afternoon? Is it right before bed? Is it 9 o'clock at night, at dinner time? What time when you make a post do you get the most interaction? And I'd probably pick that time tomorrow to do that post. And all I want you to do is screenshot it for the proof. And then the next day is when you're going to go actually figure out what to say to these people and how you're going to move from that point on.
Look at
the
chat though, Lise. Like, you guys, listen, this is going to be an assignment tomorrow. So if you just went and made the post, get rid of it. It's tomorrow's assignment. So you make sure that you're paying attention to like what you're supposed to do when, so that everybody's on the same page.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, agree, Stacey. Ashley, that's perfect. It's your birthday. It's my birthday. I want to give away something. Perfect excuse. My birthday. I'm so happy. I'm about to give away stuff. But yes, I would definitely make it tomorrow the perfect time, and then that way we have time tomorrow to guide you guys on different situations and what you're going to message people and all of that. Because that is the point. Hey. Oh my God, these dogs are fighting. At this point, you can now mess things up, and I don't want anybody to mess it up. And what I mean by, you guys, stop. What I mean by, it's like having kids, you guys. Dogs are like kids. You guys, the thing is that you can mess this up. I don't want you to take 500 people that just posted below your giveaway post and now say all the wrong things. So do not be in a hurry, because we can now take these people and at least plant a good seed. Are you going to sign 500 people? No. You're probably going to sign 2 or 1 or none, but you can sure make sure you say the right thing and plant the seed correctly so that they are now prospects and they don't feel like you pushed any boundaries, or they felt like they had to purchase something, or we don't also want them to feel afraid to interact with you now either. Oh crap. Now the Thrive thing came up. I'm afraid every time she's in my inbox, she's going to try to sell me something. Like, we want to be delicate with this. So don't try to go too fast. Just get a post, what you're comfortable with, do the power push before and after, and let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't know. Anybody got anything? I just, I wanted to stop at this point really quick and just have a quick Zoom with you guys, because I want you to understand why we were doing what we're doing. And now we're kind of going into a little bit of a new phase, because for the rest of this time, you guys have really learned the fundamentals. The fundamentals are there. Now we need to teach you wording, what to say, how to close a sale, how to not look desperate, what to do about when somebody's in your inbox, how to use third-party credibility correctly. That's what's coming over the next, 10 to 15 days. And I want to make sure that now you guys got this part. I can't be there to hold your hand every day now and say, did you post in your stories? Did you post on your timeline? Oh, hey, did you connect with 10 to 30 people today? Oh, wait, did you go into your group and post and comment on people's posts? Oh, hey, did you send any new friend requests today? You guys, this part is over. I'm not going to be asking for proof on your I's, J's, K's, LMNOPs anymore. Okay, I'm going to put out that you have to do it, but I'm not going to ask for the proof. Like, it is up to you to do the do. If you skip over it, then really this is all going to be for nothing, right? It's all going to be for nothing if you stop now with your eyes, and because I'm not checking, you no longer do the rest of your alphabet. Now next month, you're going to be caught in the same damn spot with, here we go, and you're going to put it off again and again and again. Now is the time to push and get this stuff down so you never have to do it again. And we've got tips and tricks we want to teach you before the end of this month. Like, I want to try to get as much stinking stuff in the next 15 days as I can before I don't have your attention anymore. And hopefully you guys have learned enough things to where you do know what to say now. You know how to start here instead of here when you sell something. Stop just trying to push a mini experience when we can go start here. And even though you're going to try to give away a mini tomorrow, we're still not going to start there. You'll watch what we tell you to say when you get in people's inboxes. So right now we're on that second phase. So don't forget everything we just learned in the last 9 days. You still need to be doing those things and figure out your schedule. Now, do they have to be done every day? No. Do you have to friend request every single day of the week? No. Maybe Sundays and Mondays are your friend request day. And then Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the day that you connect. And then Friday is this day. And Sunday's Facebook cleanup. Now it's up to you, now that you know what you need to do, it's up to you to figure out how this is going to fit into my schedule, how it's going to work, what days I'm going to do this, that, and the other, and then what post times are working best for me. Now it's all, I've got the right information. Now I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to see what works and what doesn't.
Lisa, I have a question.
Sure, honey.
Okay, so one thing that I noticed this time, and I've noticed it before on my page, is that when I do a really, really good interactive post, it kind of takes over for a few days, which I know you want us to keep it going, but then it seems like my other posts kind of died. Do you have any tips for that?
I mean, in my personal opinion, I don't really care if my other post dies because now I'm getting, I mean, all posts die. They just do. And they're going to. If I post something yesterday that gets 136 likes and I'm like, dang, this post is freaking awesome. And then the next day I post something that's already at 250, I don't care about the day before. I'm going to rock this 250 post. So I guess that's my answer. Stacy, what do you think?
I just try to keep working both of them. You know what I mean? I very much will focus on my interactive, but I will still keep posting. I might let that one ride out for several more hours than I normally would, but I just make sure, like, that's where I said, and everybody teaches differently. I play with the algorithm. I'll play with it. I'll take my 2 best friends, or I'll go into my chat with my 2 best friends and be like, hey dude, go comment on my post. So it pops up. Like, so much of it is
Right.
that people don't
bump it back up.
It's just things that people don't think about. Like, if you get reactions other than the like or comments in the first, 10 minutes that your post is up, that matters. And that's why people used to do like interaction pods and things like that. But then we've learned that creates inbred algorithms. So I just play with it. There's no perfect, honest to goodness. I really don't think so. But as you're getting that attention to your interactive, you're telling Facebook, I have quality content, I have unique content, people like what I have to talk about, I'm being a member of a community. So the rest of your posts are going to get pushed out there into your newsfeed or into other people's newsfeeds, as long as you're not posting too close together. So like, if you're the person that's posting every 11 minutes, stop. You need to give yourself at least hours in between your posts. Like, otherwise you're just competing with yourself in the newsfeed. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
And
that
I
makes
used
total
it
sense
to
to
like
me.
add those people to like kind of a different list, because I know that they're seeing my posts now. So then I can interact with them, and hopefully that makes them see my other posts. So that was helpful. Thank you.
I think the other thing too,
Yeah,
Lisa,
and I agree with you, Michelle. Oh, go ahead, Stacey.
I was going to say, I saw the same question over and over and over in the chat. And I don't know if you want to address it. A lot of people are saying, what happens if I don't have products? What if I have no products on hand and I can't send out a mini, or I can't sell a mini?
Okay, so the first thing I want to say is that if you're trying to give away one mini and you don't have anyone in your entire upline that's willing to help you, something's wrong with this business. That's my first thing that I would say. But second of all, you guys, you don't need to have product on hand, because the cloud office, you can send a mini out from the cloud office. You don't need to have any products. If you had 0, you can literally log into the cloud office and they will send it for you. And what is it, 15 bucks? I think it's
So
like
it's
something 15 bucks, I think, ish.
6 for 72, whatever that works out to be. I think 12 bucks a piece, right? You don't have to
And
be genius.
it's so 12 bucks, but let's say you don't have 12 bucks. I just can't imagine that, like, then don't do it. Let's say you don't have a mini, do something else. Maybe you only bought Blast. Maybe you only have the flat tummy pills and 3 days worth. I mean, try to think outside the box here, guys. That's like the least of your worries, I feel like. Let's just get out there and see if you get any response, and then we'll worry about that then. But in my opinion, if you're charging for the mini, they're going to PayPal you, and you can use that money to send it to them right through the cloud office. Like if it's one free one, like, I just can't imagine that someone in your upline isn't going to help you get that one free one out. What do you think, Stace? Unless I'm not thinking another way that.
No, I think the same thing. I mean, I have a lot of people in my downline that sometimes they just can't afford their products, and they've been absent. They didn't thrive for free or something like that. And it applies to everything else. Whether you're doing a giveaway, a contest, selling a mini, I'm always about selling, because I always want to teach everybody to stay in the black and never the red. I never want you losing money. So here's the thing. So you don't do a giveaway. Awesome. Genius, right? So instead, Kathy or Melanie or Alyssa are going to go on, and they're literally going to be like, hey, who wants one? And then you're going to let people know by getting wording from your uplines or your mentors or somebody that you trust how to word it all day long. Like, especially my local girls, if they don't have product, I send the mini out for them. They PayPal me the 25 bucks. I'm not getting rich off it, or the 20 bucks or whatever it is. It's almost cost you guys once you factor in shipping. So we're not getting rich off that. What you're getting is a prospect. And if you have the ability, if you get 5 people interested, listen to me. Right now, you can just buy a 2-week pack yourself, right? You have to think outside the box. Instead of finding all the obstacles, you have to think like you're lawless, dude. Like, how are you going to get around the obstacles?
Amen.
Hello.
Yeah, don't be defeated. Like, And I think that's a lot of the issue too, is that you guys, as soon as you hit a wall, it's just like even some of the tasks I gave, and some of you would right away think of a reason why you couldn't do that. Like you didn't even take an hour to try to think outside the box and just do it in a different way. I'm not going to not take something if you went out of your way to try to figure out another way to do it, right? Just like I said, I don't need to know what time, how you wipe your butt. I don't need to know that. Figure it out, guys. Figure it out and then do it, and I'll take it. The fact that you put in the time and the effort to go around it and figure something new out is going to work too. Hey, Gina.
Hey, Lisa, you can use your credits for the sample packs from the office.
Yes, and credits. You can use the credit too.
I got 2 packs and 8 of them are already gone and people are already starting them today. So if you don't have money and you have credits, use your credits.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay, so over in Australia, are we able to do the sample thing? Because I haven't actually done it that way before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
I don't know. Back office.
I am like 99% sure. They usually only come out with something with Lavelle if all can do it. So I am pretty sure that I know the UK have, so I'm pretty sure Australia can too.
Okay, I reckon that might be new because it hasn't. Yeah, we're learning that.
I think it's opposite because I remember Fryer just saying like a week ago that they weren't eligible to get the sample mailouts.
Oh, so they can't. I thought UK could. Maybe that's why I was thinking Australia could.
No.
Tracy from Kayla's team can't get them, and she's in England.
Yeah.
Okay, so only US and Canada.
Also,
okay.
My connection cut out. When you were talking about our post, I was wondering about verbiage on how to do an opportunity post to bring in more promoters.
We're going to get there.
Awesome.
We're going to get there. Let's start with this.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if I missed out or not.
Here.
So.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I do things a lot differently, so I don't want to give a wrong answer right now. I kind of want to consult some people first, but I just make posts about Payday Tuesday, and then I'll make a post about, this car, which car should I get? I very rarely don't make a business post. People just message saying, what do you do? Or I want to do that. So for me, I need to consult with other people and see what's working for them because I don't know, Stacy, business post wise,
that sounds pretty fair though. Like what you've just explained to me makes complete sense. I just needed that.
Right, like reassurance.
Yeah.
I just found personally that when I make a post saying, who wants to join my team? Those just don't work. In my opinion, maybe it does for someone else. So I find other ways to make sure that I'm putting out there that this is an opportunity, what it's doing for people, and hopefully people, if I'm building the relationship correctly with my prospects, at some point, they're going to feel comfortable enough to say, can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, true. Because it's like over here in Australia, they're a different mob. So just trying
and you know what works for my Australia teams and what they say and UK teams is so much different than what works here too. So as far as connecting with people and building relationships, it's pretty much across the board. No matter where you're at, you've got to find a way to build and connect relationships. But as far as posting goes and the different products you guys sell compared to us and the price points and stuff, that part is a lot different. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you heaps for that.
No
hey,
problem.
Lisa, I have a question as well.
Sure.
So with all the posts that I've been doing in this contest, I got an email today saying that I had a customer, and I reached out to her just seeing if she had any questions or anything like that. And then she just basically told me that she signed up to be a customer to see about pricings and everything like that. And then I was trying to give her like details and everything, and now I haven't heard from her. Do you have any advice about it? Of like, I don't want to be naggy to her, but I also like want to help her so that she can get into doing Thrive. Do you have
If
any
she needed help,
suggestions?
she would be asking you. Yeah,
Okay.
in my opinion, if she needed help, she would be asking you. But what I would do is I would put her on my list. Okay, we talked about this. She's
Mhm.
interested. She signed up as a free account. And then what I would do is revisit her in a few weeks because it's going to look desperate if you keep.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I would just look, she might just go in. There's a lot of people that they're self-starters, man. They're just going to go order on their own and they don't need to ask you a ton of stuff. And there's sometimes, like, I don't know what all you said to her. Maybe you threw up too much. I don't know. Or maybe you didn't. I don't know. Or it could just be that she looked at the pricing and is like, oh, that's too much. With that being said, you can usually figure that out. I would just give it a little bit of time. I don't think I'd jump on it right away. Maybe like the next special or promotion, because you know Lavelle's doing something at least once a month.
Yeah.
Maybe the next time something like that comes around, you just follow up with her and say, oh, you know, I know where you were looking at it at one point. I didn't know if cost was a factor in your decision to decide to use the products or not, but today this is happening. So it might be, you know, just to kind of get back in her inbox. That's what I would probably do. But hey, Stace, what would you do? Anything different?
Seriously,
Stace
so
might be right in her box. I don't know.
no, I do. I mean, if I don't know who it is, calm down, Siri. If I don't know who it is, I go into my back office and I'll find the email and email them. Once you hit 12K, it never used to be this way, you guys. So here's another motivation to hit 12K. Once you hit 12K, now people can just go onto the website. They don't need a link. You could not sign up for Thrive before without a link. You had to have a referral. Now they can just go on the website and they will give leads to 12Ks and above based on area and location, okay? I'm gonna be honest with you. Probably 75% of them are garbage for me. I'll send an email, I introduce myself, I let them know I'm here, here's my email, here's my name, here's my phone number, you can text me, friend me on Facebook. I've got a ton of specials going right now, let me know what's going on. Super friendly, probably 1 out of 10 right back. Or contact me or add me on Facebook. So don't get your feelings hurt. People are private about their health stuff, and especially if they were assigned you, or if you don't know who they are and somehow they wound up on your link, don't get your feelings hurt. Just take don't even think about the end result, just do the action, right? Detached from the result.
I have a question for you, Stace. For future, if that happens and she messages the person saying, hey, I noticed you signed up as a customer, and the person says, oh, I signed up to just check out pricing, what would you have done at that point just for future? Because I don't personally think I would have started talking about the products or anything. I would have probably said, hey, can you tell me why you were looking at them? Sure. Like, I would try to go right into what their want, need, or hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Same. I mean, you just don't know. They could have gotten there by accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want to down their throats because you don't want to scare them away. So it's always nice to like have them pop up. And honestly, there's nothing to explain about the 12K thing. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I'll be honest with you guys. There's none. Once you're 12K and above, if somebody tries to sign up that's supposed to be in your area, you know, a list of names pops up and they'll just assign them your website if they say they don't know anybody. Is it a perfect science? No, guys. I've had people like that have signed up and they're in like Florida and I'm in Arizona. So I think it's something they're still working the kinks out of, but it is a benefit. And yeah, I mean, Lisa wants interest needs all the time. First thing.
Yeah.
I have something to say. And I'm like super terrified because I hate doing this. And Stacey already knows. I see her face.
You got this.
So Stacey's always taught us, do not share. If you like something, if somebody like to share a post, you automatically just save it and post it to your page, right?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know who else, if everybody knew that, so I thought I'd share because it popped in my head.
No, that's good information. Yes. Like, I don't ever share anybody else's post. If I like it, I take it, screenshot it, and make that shit my own. Or I will share it on a different day, but I don't share it. I just copy and paste so that it's not as shared. Because you guys, shared posts don't get seen in your feed. They just don't.
And you're just giving credit back to the person that originally posted it. Like, by all means. I mean, listen, I'll tell you all day long, Thrivers will be like, can I share this? And I'm like, sure, go ahead. Like, you're just giving credit back to that original person, right. Not yourself, you know? So Natalie, don't ever be nervous, dude. You have fire to spit.
Yes.
I'm all-
Don't ever
I'm
be
always nervous.
You know, at this point, we've got to start somewhere. We've got to take that next step. And for some of you, it's a little bit early because you just started making friends. But I want you guys leaving here knowing what to do next month and different things and trying it out. And don't be scared of that. And you know, that's to me is about as salesy as I get with a post. And now on Sunday, I'm gonna make sure, or not even Sunday, once I make a post like this, once I'm done with it, like once I do the drawing or send it out, I'm removing that from my page immediately. Like, because I don't want new people in friend requesting to go there and see that. Not when next week I might run the same contest again or the same, you know, whatever again.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, so I went into the back office and I got the templates to use to make posts. And I posted one and someone reported it and I got a tag on Facebook for the post that I got from the back office.
Yeah, you're breaking up, but from what I can hear, you posted something and it got tagged. Somebody turned you in. Facebook got mad at you, is
The
what it sounded
template
like.
from the back office? Yeah, for the template from our back office.
Yeah, somebody else
Okay.
told me that too, and I don't know what's going on, but all I know is Facebook is wonky as hell lately. So I don't know if it's because it's looking at it as spam, or have you heard about this, Stace?
It was in
No,
Miss
but I'll be honest,
Stories.
I can't really hear. Like, it's just really like, but good.
Oh wait, I'm breaking
Yeah,
up.
I'm getting that too. But yeah, it was
It's me.
in my stories.
Hey,
Yeah.
Skip, will you do me a favor? Will you type it in the chat so that we can hear?
Yeah, I'll type it in the chat. I'll type it in.
There we go. Let's see if this is better.
Yeah, and just remember, Facebook hates all of us. Like, that's just the end of it. Your job is to swoon Facebook. Your job is to be romantic with Facebook. Facebook wants you guys to build community, genuine content, original content, love on people, build relationships. That is why we do the things that we're doing. So when you're making out with Facebook, they're gonna fall in love with you, right? If you're doing things they don't want you to do, and you're being clickbaity and spammy and gross and salesy and things like that, or if too many people hide you or snooze you or say what you're posting is ads, then Facebook isn't going to be working with you, right?
Okay. I know we're like at the hour point. So I think at this point, I feel like you guys are pretty caught up. I feel like you guys know what you're doing. And hopefully you continue to take what you've learned so far and continue it. Don't stop just because we're not asking for proof of it, because I don't want you guys, I mean, the market never stops, you guys. At least 3 days a week are my friend request days. Like, I am constantly sending out new friend requests, constantly in the groups I'm in, constantly building new relationships. I mean, that's where I spend, I would say, God, 90% of my time now. And it's where you guys should be spending that time too. So keep that 80-20 mind and rule, or that 80-20 rule in mind. And then tonight, when I go post tomorrow's assignment, I'll be more, you know, you guys don't have to stick with the 3 examples that Stacy and I gave tonight. You can go in another direction if you have something that's worked for you in the past, but don't just assume that because it didn't work for you in the past, it won't work for you now, only because before you weren't working in the right market. And not only that, before maybe you posted at the wrong time and no one saw it. So it could have been a lot of things. And I just don't want you automatically going, that's not going to work. Like, go into everything that we're doing with a positive mindset. And like I said, it might work, it might not work, and that's okay. We just try something again the next time, you know, and just because something didn't work the first time doesn't mean it's not going to work the second time either. You have to try things, you know, if it's working for other people, it may work for you. It's just about tweaking a little bit, tweaking your time or all of that. So we'll put that out later, but I'm glad we got to catch up. Hopefully you guys are good to go. And we're coming into the second phase where we're really going to teach you guys how to deal with some of these walls you guys hit when it comes to, you know, closing people and wording and, you know, connecting with people. So we're going to get to all that. I'm excited. And we'll get the recording out too, you guys, for everybody that couldn't get on tonight. Watch for tonight's assignment. See you guys later. Thanks, Stacy, for always hopping on. Oh, yes.
Lisa, I saw a question in the chat that said, what if the chat leader is no longer active? Somebody had posted that in the chat, so I just wanted to say that before we hopped off. What is that chat supposed to do?
I grabbed the name, so I guess we'll just let you know, Elise, and you can kind of figure out what you want to do from there. I saw that.
Oh, are you talking about the message chat you were put in?
Yeah, well, not mine, but somebody else said that.
But somebody, okay, yeah, somebody let me know who that is, because I've been pretty much touching base with everybody, so I haven't heard that anybody's left or not active. So I guess let me know which chat you're in so I can figure that out. Yep.
Tammy, with the iPhone, you keep popping up a random person. You might be hacked, sweetheart.
Oh yeah, I see that every time that she's on. It's always the same. It's like a background and then a front ground.
Okay. Yeah. I was just like, it just keeps popping up. Maybe she's hacked.
Yeah,
you never know. People keep getting hacked lately. You never know. Okay, guys, yes, if you are in a group, a message chat, and it seems like people in there aren't communicating at all, let me know. Okay, thanks, guys. We'll see you later. We'll get the recording out. Thank you, Danny, for recording, and thanks, Stacy, for hopping on too. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. See you later.